Hey, Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews. Welcome back to NEBR, New England Beer Reviews. I'm pleased today to introduce my viewers to another new nano-brewery that opened up in New Hampshire in 2012. It has gotten quite a reputation in the first year that it has been in existence. It is the Blue Lobster Brewing Company of Hampton, New Hampshire. Blue Lobster. This is the Black Claw Stout, which is only available at the tasting room itself. The brew pub has only been open since the end of 2012. The ABV on this is 6.0% ABV. And as you can see, it comes in a growler, a 750 milliliter growler with the Grolsch type cap on it. Now, the Blue Lobster Brewery first opened at the end of 2012, and for the most part you can only buy their brews at the brewery itself in the tasting room, which isn't very large. It has maybe 6 or 7 tables, a small bar that maybe seats 6 or 7 people, and they use vinyl records to play on a turntable to entertain those who come to the place. So anyway, I'm looking forward to trying this. This is the first one I've had from them. I've actually heard some pretty good things about the Blue Lobster Brewing Company. It's getting a pretty good reputation so far, so I'm anxious to try this stout. And it's never, there we go, there's the Grolsch cap. Not too expert opening those, but let's give it a pour and see. All right, there it goes. Now, they sell their 750 milliliter growlers at this point for $8 a piece, and then they sell the regular growlers, the full-size growlers, for $16 a piece. So, there we go. There's the pour. I'm not sure how well it showed up on the camera the way I was holding the container. But anyway, I'm getting a really nice, super dark brown, practically black colored tone to the way it looks, with a nice beige, fluffy, sort of foamy head, and actually some hints of ruby red around the bottom of it as well. So nice looking beer, looks like a stout should. The aroma, though, I could pick it up as I was pouring it into the glass. So let's get a nose on it right now. You know, this is interesting. While I'm getting a bit of a hop, an earthy sort of kind of a earthy sort of pine resin hop character to it. But I am also picking up some of the roasted malt characters, the dark roasted malt characters, and a hint of chocolate. And not so much coffee, but a hint of chocolate anyway. Maybe just the vaguest bit of coffee, but those earthy and sort of pine resin hops tend to be playing up pretty well on the nose. They're really sort of introducing themselves pretty clearly here, along with the rest of the sensations that I'm getting. Checking out the taste. Well, it's a lighter body than I might have expected. Not a super light body, it's light to medium. But it's also very, very smooth. It just very settles nicely on my tongue and on the back of my throat. Now the taste is it's got the dark malts, the dark roasted malts coming up. The hops don't seem to be, as far as I'm getting, not so much noticeable in the flavor as they were on the nose. The hops are almost kind of balancing it out on the tail end of the beer, as opposed to you know, really up front on the nose, like when I was checking out the aroma. Not sweet, but flavor-wise, a slight hint of chocolate, a slight hint of coffee, and now after the second or third sip, the hops are starting to come out and say, "Hey, I'm here." So it's evolving a little bit, but it's very, very pleasant and easy to drink. 6% ABV, so it's not terribly hard to drink. And now, while the hops and the pine are starting to get picked up a little bit more in the flavor than they were before, there is a slight lingering mild bitterness at the end. This is a very interesting stout. It's you know, it's not really a bolder stout. It's like I said, a light to medium body, and you know, the flavors are very mild with more of a hop note coming up. But it's still a very good beer. It's the first one I've had from Blue Lobster, and you know, I'm finding it to be pretty impressive. And They've put out about 20 or so beers so far, but you can only, for the most part, get them at the brewery, though they do bottle some. I think it has some limited distribution in New Hampshire, but I don't believe they're widely distributed. I think only certain stores have occasionally picked up some of their bottles, but they're not widely available in the stores yet, and whether they will be, I'm not sure. But for the most part, you know, going over to the Hampton tasting room, it's a nice, pleasant little ride. It's right on the main drag, Route 1 in Hampton, so it's not hard to find. Small strip mall. And you know, it's labeled. It's got the corner store of the L-shaped strip mall, and you know, it's very quaint and very likable going in there. And the service was very friendly. So, you know, I like the beer, and I enjoyed my experience at the Blue Lobster. And you know, I'm looking forward to finishing this one and trying some of their others. So that's it for today. This is the Blue Lobster Black Claw Stout. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you again next time.